Just calm down and put the bat away. Calm down. Oh, this is calm, honey. Just wait, after this divorce, you'll be wishing you never met me. I leave him alone. Yes, today we're back with the next part of Butterfly Kisses on the episode Choose Your Story App. If you have not seen the other ones, catch up on the playlist right here. It was a mess. It was a bit of a mess where we left off. So Gia went to Bonnie and finally told the tea about Patrick, Bonnie's husband. It's just gross even having to say that word, husband, Patrick. Ugh. Anyway, come to find out, Bonnie knew this whole time. Well, not this whole time. She knew more recently that Patrick was doing, criminal things, etc., but she didn't know that he was harassing her son, Miles. So now Bonnie's ready to take him down. Bonnie's ready to go in. Flip, we have Miles and Gia now, and they're going on their first big date. Miles is confessing his feeling. His mom was blowing up his phone. He's not answering, which is a bit scary because he should answer. Who knows what's going on with her? Gia's like, you should probably answer that. And then she tells him, like, look, I went and told your mom what's going on because we need to take down Patrick. We need to save you, blah, blah, blah. Miles gets very upset. He's talking about everyone's betraying him. He can't trust anybody. And is doing a lot. He's doing a lot. I mean, I can feel his upset where he's coming from, but I think it's just directed at the wrong person and the wrong situation. But we're going to find out what happens. We are going to see what happens. Apparently, by the chapter title, it's going to leave him alone. I'm a little scared what's going to happen. I'm worried about Bonnie. Who knows what Bonnie's up to right now? And who knows what Patrick and his little criminal gang are up to? I'm scared about Bonnie. But we're going to see. But please go follow the amazing author Brie. Go read her stories. They are amazing. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like as it helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's start the drama. Butterfly, I'll take the fall. Well, what do you two have to say for yourselves? I don't know. What do we do? We were just studying, Principal Beasley. That's all. You looked a little too close to just be studying. Gianna has a math quiz next period and really wants an A. My grades are very important to me, Principal Beasley. Usually, skipping class gets you two-day detention and a call to your parents. No, please, my mom will never let me see the light of day again if she finds out. Don't get her in trouble, it was my fault. You can call my parents and blame it all on me. Since it's your first offense, I guess I'll let it slide. But I don't want to see this happen again, so maybe you two should just stay away from each other. Couldn't if we tried. Wait, what were they doing? They skipped class to study? But they were a little close. Okay, so here was the end of the last chapter. He walks away saying he can't trust anyone, Miles. And the worst part is it was this whole cute date too. It was a whole cute experience. And then, well, here we are. So, okay, Paradise. A few weeks later. Okay, so not even on days later, a few weeks later. I like that little scene right there. Excuse me, this is getting ridiculous. Shouldn't take this long to make a few pancakes. Sorry, we're short-staffed. I'll have your food out to you in a second. Make it quick before I write this place a nasty review. Damn. Tony, where are those pancakes? They're about to get another 1-star rating, and you know how Roy gets about those. Well, he can blame himself. I have to make another match because he said there wasn't enough blueberries. You again. I hope you're here to help us with inventory and not to pester me for information again. I just need to know. I've told you the same thing every day for the last 2 weeks. I'm covering her shifts until further notice. That's all you're getting out of me. At least tell me she's okay and somewhere safe and sticking to her plan with Daniel. But didn't you tell her to leave you alone? I was angry. I didn't think she'd listen. She never listens to me any other time. Oh. Oh, this was a plot twist. This was a twist, y'all. I wasn't expecting Gia to be the one to vanish. You can't use your anger for an excuse for everything. You told her to leave you alone and now you got what you want. So deal with that, let her go. I can't do that. Everyone's always talking about Gia's insecurities, but maybe it's you who needs to work on their trust issues. Ooh. You know what I love about Drew? She tells it like it is. Whether you want to hear it or not, she tells you. I love that about Drew. Drew was a good friend, unlike another person in this story. Know that? I missed her even more than you do, Miles. Weren't you accusing her of stealing the last time we saw you? Not possible. I never thought I would, but she brings so much needed brightness to paradise. We have to find a way to get her back. I regret being so hard on her. Me too, Roy. Me too. This was a whole twist. I was not expecting any of this. Okay, one second. Before we get to yeah, I was thinking we were gonna be like upset and we're gonna be trying to get Miles back and stuff, but no, it was flipped. Miss G left and Miles has to get her back now. That little plan of his backfired. His words backfired on him. Any word on Tank? Oh, did something happen to Tank? Oh no. That dog practically ripped his arm off. They had to sew it back together. He'll be down for a while. Oh no. Tank. Oh my gosh. Let me send you a card and some flowers. So it'll just be us at the next meeting. Someone said they saw you talking to the cops. Would that have something to do with all the unnecessary questions? Tell them to get their eyes checked. Couldn't have been me. Mandy, I know you want to take down this group too, but she needs to get her lying together. You think she would have popped up something like, yeah, those cops came around me too and they were asking me questions. We got to watch out. We got to be careful. But instead she's like, that's not me. If they caught her, you know what I mean? You know, Mandy, like, let's get it together, girl. We're doing Operation Takedown. And then it's Ricky. Ricky is the one who I want to go down the most, to be honest. I just can't stand him. I don't know what it is about Ricky. I cannot stand him. Pat, the guy we sent to watch your wife, just texted me. You might want to get home. Something's going down. Shit, what now? I was not expecting this. Bonnie's over here, cigarette in hand, clothes burning on the front yard. This is not, I thought the cops are over there or something. Not this. I can't believe I've been such a fool. Are those my clothes? Bonnie, what the F is going on? Get back. Don't you come any closer or I'll grand slam your head right off your shoulders. Honey, sweetheart. Tell me what's wrong. That was unexpected coming from him. Honey, sweetheart. Okay, Patrick. Okay, Patty Poo. Is this over, Shayla? Because I've already ended it. You have nothing to worry about. She meant nothing to me. You self-centered pig. This isn't about your latest side piece. I don't give a crap where you stick that thing as long as it's not anywhere near me. This is about what you've done to my Miles. Here we go again. What did that rat tell you? Oh, that you're not saving your situation here, Patty. Leave him alone. Come on, Bonnie, you've lost your mind. You know Miles always tries to turn you against me. This is just another way for him to try to get you to leave me. Say another word about my son, I'll end you right here, Patrick. Do it anyway, Bonnie. Do it anyway. Just calm down and put the bat away. Calm down. Oh, this is calm, honey. Just wait, after this divorce, you'll be wishing you never met me. Divorce? You're not leaving me. Who do you think you are? You don't tell me what I can and can't do anymore. I was so blinded by you that I didn't believe my own son. How could you? How could you sit there and watch me defend you knowing that you forced him into money laundering? And you tried to kill him. I married a man who tried to have my son killed. I should have your head, you piece of shit. Who told you all this? And why would you believe them over your own husband? I thought you loved me. That's your comeback? Grand slam time, Bonnie. Whoosh. It's not true. You know I don't do that stuff anymore. You were just caught with a mistress. Why would we believe you? Regardless, we know what you're doing. But why would Bonnie believe you? Don't you lie to me. Our love was never real. Yes, it is. I love you so much, honey. I would never do anything to hurt you. You know what's creepy and kind of crazy is I think weirdly Patrick does love Bonnie. Because whenever it comes to Bonnie and stuff, he weirdly wants to hold on to her. He weirdly has feelings. He's like, it's twisted. It's very twisted. Maybe it's a control thing. Probably like a control thing mixed in with a weird twisted form of love. I don't know, but something. He needs to go behind bars or something. Hurt Miles is hurting me. Give me a chance to make it up to you. We can still take that trip to Rome. I'll go with you. The only trip you're taking is to a prison cell. Don't you see? Miles is just getting in the way. You're the one who says he's just like his father. At least my husband actually loved me and Miles. He always tried his very best for us. Excuse me, your husband? Have you forgotten who you're married to? I'm your husband. Even with all his issues, he was still 10 times the man you could ever be. He would have done anything for his family. Anything but stay away from the bar. Patrick, I wouldn't go there if I were you. Getting behind that wheel while drunk is the best thing he could have ever done for you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How dare you compare me to him? He chose the bottle over you. He was a drunk and nothing more. He's better off dead. This is for making me give up my life for you. Watch it. Oh, this is for destroying everything I love. Honey, please. I'm living. You've really lost it. Don't you know I could have my men take you down? That was a big mistake, Bonnie. My only mistake was marrying you. Now get the hell off my lawn. You can't kick me out. This is my home. Not anymore. You'll have nothing left once I'm through with you. Bonnie, please. Should have never messed with my boy. That was lit. That was lit. That was worth it. That was worth the buildup. That was worth Bonnie knowing. Miss Bonnie did not come to play. She swung. Ooh, that was good. Daniel, okay, so let's calm down. We gotta calm down. We gotta reel it back in. We're back with Daniel. We're with the crew. Let's see what's going on. That got me hype. That was hype. Okay. I didn't realize you were meeting in my office today. This can't wait. We have an emergency. Okay, let's not worry too much yet. Whatever it is, we can work through it. Something's not right with Gia. This is the second week in a row she's missing group and she's ignoring all our texts. Even Jill's getting worried. It's not like her to just not show up, you know. She takes her recovery pretty serious. Well, I spoke to her mother last week and she said Gia wasn't feeling well. Maybe she's just come down with the cold. What the heck, Danny boy? I thought you had like 8 degrees in psychology. 2. I had 2 degrees in psychology, Deli. Then you should know that this is serious. Instead of group today, we want to go check on her. I'm not so sure that's completely ethical. Who cares about ethics? She's our group sister and she needs us. Yeah, she would never ghost us like this. Something's wrong. I can feel it. I'll try to get a hold of Adora and let her know you're stopping over. But this is a one-time thing. Normal group resumes next week. You got it, Danny boy. That's so sweet that her friends, I don't even call them group mates, her friends, her family care about her this much. That they're going over there and showing up. They have such a close bond. That's so sweet to do that. That is very sweet. Uh-oh. Gianna, please open the door. It's been days since we've seen you. You still haven't eaten. I made sure none of the food was touching like you like. Would you like a veggie burger instead? Or I can make you some mac and cheese. I'll use Grandma's recipe. Oh, Gia. You're worrying me, honey. This is how you got when you... Do I need to call Daniel for an emergency session? Just leave me alone, Mom. I'm not hungry. What do we do, Jen? Do you think she's starting to relapse? I caught her in the kitchen late last night eating a spoonful of peanut butter. She's just going through something. Let's not push food on her and just be there for her. We love you, Gianna. Come out when you're ready. We'll watch a movie and then kick Dad's butt at Monopoly. I was supposed to be done with running, but I didn't know what to do or where to go. I felt helplessly lost at sea, watching my heart float away with the waves. The sorrow consuming my body made me sick to my stomach. Being away made me see that my excitement about going back to Mariposa wasn't all about Arcadia Academy. It was about him. Mariposa wasn't home without Miles, so I ran. I did a thing I was no longer supposed to do and ran to the only place where I knew I would be welcomed. Go see what it is. I think someone broke in. Who's there? Mama, Daddy. Gianna, what are you doing driving all this way at this time of night? I'm sorry for showing up like this. I just need you guys. Oh my goodness. We're here, Gia. You always have us. Oh. I've been heartbroken before. The guy I lost my virginity to never spoke to me again after we spent the night together. I thought he loved me. Keith's cheating hurt too. I thought he loved me, but I thought wrong. I never felt real love, not until Miles walked away. Only real true love could hurt this much. It feels like my soul has been ripped from my chest and emptiness has taken its spot. His words stung my ears. They replayed in my head on a never-ending loop. Even when I closed my eyes, I couldn't escape it. It wasn't his words or anger or those wrongful accusations, but his words of love. He claims to have loved me since the second grade, yet I hadn't a clue. I always felt that our true feelings were undeniable when we were alone with the butterflies. I wanted to tell him way back then that I loved him too, but I was never sure. Never sure of myself, never sure of him. If he loved me, why did he stop coming around? If he loves me, why would he let me go? If I love him, why couldn't I say it back? Oh my gosh, she's wearing an oversized sweater. It's worse than we thought. What are you guys doing here? Just tell us who died. Someone died? Something terrible had to have happened. You said oversized sweaters are ruining the fashion industry, and they are. Gia, we're worried. You've been missing group and ignoring our texts. I just needed a break. From what? Everything. You gotta talk to us, Gia. We won't judge. Something's up and we want to help. We've been through some of the hardest times together. You pulled me out of one of my worst binges, and I'm always going to do the same for you. So spill, because we're not letting you lock yourself away and lose sight of everything you work so hard for. I messed up like I always do. I truly thought I was doing the right thing, but it backfired. And I lost my chance to be with the only person I've ever... Oh, this is about that tattooed hottie, huh? He's so much more than that. You love him. I can hear it when you talk about him. It doesn't matter now. Why is it so hard for you to admit your true feelings, Gia? Do you see me? I'm a freaking mess. I mess everything up. Miles is strong and smart and successful. He is, but he has his own share of problems too. And Gia has been handling things amazing. If anything, I would say in the recent time frame, Gia's the one who's had it together, not really Miles. I'm none of those things. He deserves better. It's her being so hard on herself that she can't see that in the situation. I mean, not to like put someone's problems against him or anything, but Gia was the one who is doing really, really good. Miles is the one who was having a little bit issues at the time. Everyone's right, I have too many issues. No, Gia, I'm weak and impulsive. I make terrible decisions, and I should have just given up when I was in the hospital. Don't say that, Gia. Jill, I've never heard you yell before. You are not weak. I remember when you checked into the hospital. I was in the room next to you and watched you fight for your life every step of the way. You pushed through every setback and you got back up after every fall. And that's the strongest thing you could have ever done. So what? You don't make the best decisions. You're growing. You're human. Your issues don't make you any less deserving of love. You know, my husband and I separated for a few months because I thought my disorder was too much of a burden on him. I almost destroyed my family over my insecurities. But I slowly allowed him to love me for all my flaws and eventually realized that perfection is found in accepting your imperfections. You can still be perfect with flaws, of course. Girl, you ain't special. Everyone's got issues. Your flaws are what make you perfectly you, Gia. I wish someone told me this a lot sooner. Would have saved me a lot of heartache. If that man wants to love you, let him love you. Let yourself love him. Hell yeah, now get up and out of that ugly sweater and go get your man. But I'm comfy. Then let's just go to the cafe to spy on Daniel's new date. You'll have to go without me this time. I think I need to get home. Okay, so that was very positive. That was positive. Metamorphosis. You sure you still want to go ahead with this? Don't ask again. The pain will get my mind off of things. Whatever you say, man. I was hoping the pain of the needle drilling into my skin will be greater than the pain I feel within my heart. I'm always trying to find ways to mask my emotions with physical pain. That's why I spent the last few years of my life covering my skin with all this ink and dodging punches in the ring. But nothing has ever been able to take away the agony of Gianna leaving. When I close my eyes, I almost think it was a dream. She was back for a short while, took me on a wild ride, and then was gone by the time I opened my eyes. I forgot everything that came out of my mouth that night. Well, everything except I love you. There, I said it again. I did my part, I confessed, and my biggest nightmare became a reality. She had nothing to say. She just looked up to me with those big worrisome eyes struggling with the words on the tip of her tongue. I can't force her into feeling the same for me. Maybe this is how things are supposed to be. Maybe this is yet another thing I've been wrong about and we were never meant to be like I had thought. In Gia's defense, you were throwing accusations at her and you were upset. So I don't really blame her for not being like, I love you too. She shouldn't be with a guy like me anyway. An accidental criminal who can't control their temper, but that's not you. She deserves better. I have to stay away. But I know deep down in that soft spot I couldn't even if I tried. No, because y'all are meant to be together. It's just another bump in the road. You will get over it. Why is he on my screen? Gosh, this fridge is sad. All you guys have is this bland-ass organic food. How about you whip me up something good, Ma? I'm a bit busy, honey. I have a student coming in an hour. Fine, I'll just have this leftover mac and cheese then. Put that down. I made it specially for your sister. Morning. Gia, so happy to see you out of bed, sweetheart. We even got dressed today. But will she eat this mac and cheese? Probably not. But will you find a job for the first time in your life? Probably not. Ignore him. Are you feeling better, honey? I'm a little. I think I've taken enough of a break. I'm gonna head home. But you are home. Mariposa's where my heart is. Maybe just stay a few more days. You've gone through a lot. Mariposa will always be there. I'll be fine. I have a lot of schoolwork to catch up on and something important I need to take care of. Tell Miles we said hi. You're going back time. I thought you finally came to your senses. Enough, stop right there before we even get started. How do you guys support this? She's better off without him, Dad. His temper's out of control. He'll just end up driving himself into an early grave like his father. Why can't you just let me be happy? He makes me happy. Really, this is your idea of happiness. You locked yourself in a room for the last 2 weeks because of him. It wasn't all his fault. I haven't been honest with him. Don't beat yourself up over it. He hasn't been honest with you either. Google his name. You'll see what I mean. Might change your mind about him. My mind has been set on him since grade school, and nothing you say will change that. Even if he wants me to leave him alone. It's for the best. We don't want someone like that a part of our family anyway. I wish you weren't a part of this family. Yeah, love you too, sis. You should have just stayed gone. You're nothing but a bum, Howie. You just hate Miles because he turned out to be better than you in every way. Shouldn't you be worried about eating? Get out. I was just leaving, not you. You, Howard. I want you out of my kitchen now. Mom, if I ever hear you say something like that to your sister again, I promise you, Howard, I will completely cut you off. I was just joking. My brother and sister bicker like that. Do you see anyone laughing? You don't joke about something like that. It's not funny in the slightest. Your sister has worked harder to maintain her recovery than you have for anything in your entire life. What do you do besides use and abuse those around you? Gosh, I spoiled you too much, and now look at you. A grown man child who expects everything to be handed to him. I don't want to hear you asking for money again. Get a job, go back to school, something. But until you learn to respect your father and I and be nicer to Gianna, I want you out of here. You're kicking me out, but I have nowhere to go. I guess you shouldn't have wasted all that money at the strip club the other night then. The strip club? The strip club? That was supposed to be guy talk, Dad. You have money for strippers, but we're just begging for us to pay for an apartment. F you, well, I don't need you. I'll find my own way. As you should. You'll be wishing you listened to me when he ruins your life even more. You'll all see the truth. How we got his ass kicked out? Period. The character development, Adora. The development. Yes. Gianna, I hope his words didn't trigger you. He doesn't faze me. You hear that? Nothing phases our girl. Mom, Dad, I know I don't say it enough or even show it, but I love you guys. I wouldn't be where I am today without your love and support. I used to think you were overbearing, and well, you are. But I know now it's only because you care so much. And I am so thankful to have parents that never gave up on me. Oh, sweetheart, we love you too. Giving up was never an option. And I'm not sure I'm ready to let you go back to Mariposa yet. I miss having you around the house. I'll be back to visit next week, but I really need to get back to my life. What has you so upset, Gia? Was it Miles? I thought he was good for you. But am I good for him? Daniel said pushing people away and running from my problems is just a coping mechanism to keep myself from getting hurt. But I don't want to be that way anymore. I thought for the longest I wasn't letting anything stand in the way of following my dreams. But I had to realize that I've been standing in my own way of one of my biggest dreams. And that's being with Miles. Even if he hates me forever, even if it's too late, he needs to know that I've always felt the same. Well, it's about time. It's never too late for love, my girl. Go ahead, sweetheart. I'm sure he's waiting for you to run through his door right now. I'm not so sure, Dad. This wasn't like your other fights, but he waited for me, so I can wait for him. That was such development right there. My heart is touched. I'm so happy that her and her parents made such a good recovery and everything. And then Howard was put in his place. So, what is this? Miles? What? You weren't supposed to be here. Oh, so you can conspire to... Now I'll be at all these meetings from now on. Where's Vinny? Madam, what have you done? You got some balls showing up here by yourself. You sure you want to talk to me like that without your big boy Tank around to protect you? You went against me. We had a deal. You broke that deal by vandalizing that amorphosis, so I repaid you by having my dog rip your minion to shreds. I don't care about Tank. Your mother's filed for divorce. She has? She set all my shit on fire, and who knows what she'll do next. Gianna, she did the right thing. What is wrong with me? How much does your mother know? What else have you told her? She knows everything, Patrick. You should have known you didn't marry no dummy. You ever seen what mama bears do to protect their cubs? If I were you, I'd be very, very afraid. You police, FBI, nobody move. The cops! Down. Everybody get down. We have a warrant. Mandy? I knew she was right. I'll get you for this. Mandy! Patrick, you won't be getting anyone for a long time. Mandy! I told you I was on your side. Ricardo Harris, you were under... You think I give it? Yeah, I ain't saying give me my lawyer. Bye. Hands behind your back. What? Miles Madden, right? That's him. You're under arrest for conspiracy to manufacture and distribute counterfeit currency. Hands behind your back. I wasn't forced into this. Tell him, Andy. Tell him I was trying to help you take them down. I'm shook. What the hell?